Okay, so the goal of this video is to show you how to get the screw to come in, and when it hits the bolt, to make that screw spin. So we have to do several different things here. First thing I'm going to have to do is open up the assembly and see just how far we need to make that thing move. So to make that nut come off of this bolt, what I need to do is check the length, distance from this washer's face to the face of this bolt, and that tells me that it's 355 thousandths of an inch. That's how far I need to move that off of the assembly. So that's all I need from that. I will write that down though, if I can get it to close out here. I'll write that down. Now, the other thing we need to know is what the threads are on this screw, and we'll note that that is a 5/16 18, so there are 18 threads per inch. So what we need to do is, well, first we'll go ahead and set up the different moves here. I'm going to delete these. These were the originals that I used. So first what we'll do is we'll tweak this component, and we'll do that about the axis here on the center. Now it's showing up as rotate. Now I want it to just move. So I want it to move about this axis. And I'll just drag that up. Well, I said I would. Looks like I'm getting more than I need there. Let's try to tweak that again. I want to tweak about this axis right here, but again, I need to switch to move. Okay, and I want to drag this nut. Now be careful, because I notice I got a nut in the hex socket head, so I'm going to hold my shift key and turn that off. Yeah, I said I would. So I just want that hex nut, and you can see it's turned blue. So, and then I'll just type in 0.355, and that's how much it moves up. Okay, so we can see that it's right at the edge. So that's one move. Now then, I need to tweak it again, and you can see what happened. I have to hit enter there. Okay, so now notice I've got a plus here, and I did tweak that 355 thousandths. Now then, I'm going to tweak it again. And we'll just move it up. Let's just move it an inch and enter. And then enter again, so I saved that. Now I've got two tweaks there. Well, if I animate that, what you see is it just goes down, then it slows down and makes another move. So what we've got to do is we've got to add in a rotation tweak. So we're going to go to tweak, and we'll go rotate here, and we'll rotate, and we can just hold that like so, and we want to rotate. Actually, we want to rotate about this axis here, don't we? Except that that's not right. It's going to have to be, the plane has to be parallel. So that's the right one. Now to get the angle on that, we have to go in and calculate. Now the lead, and the lead is defined as how far the nut will advance down this thread with every turn of that nut, one complete revolution. So to find the lead, you take 1 and divide that by the number of threads per inch, so 1/18, and then you have to that turns out to be let's see, what was it, 0.055, I believe. Do the math on that. 1 divided by 18 is 0.056. Okay, and then we have to decide how many turns that would take. So if we divide the 355 thousandths, which is how long that thing is, by 56 thousandths of an inch per revolution, then we would know that we had to have roughly 6.5 turns to make that thing screw onto the bolt. So if we take that then 6.45 turns and multiply that by 360 degrees, because that's one complete turn, we should have around 2324 degrees to be able to make this thing go down into the hole. So we would type in 2324, hit enter, enter again, and we've got our motion. So let's see what happens if we animate that. And we'll call this up. Note we've got the animations here. And notice it runs the rotation first. So we really want the rotation to be grouped with this last little section there. So what we're going to do then is we'll click on that rotation, we'll hold the control key and we'll click on that tweak for the 355 and then group those. Okay, so, and hit apply. So now we do that and we note that, well, that's still not quite right. So we have to go in there and do a little bit more work, and we'll take this group and move it down and apply, and then we should be good. So now it moves down. Once it hits to where the screw is, it starts screwing in, and lo and behold, it looks like you've done some mating up there. So that's how we'll deal with these screws and bolts.